Well, it's been a long time since something like this has actually happened, but once again, I am a wanted man. Hello, welcome to Club 3, part 33 of the Globe Explorer. Coming up in today's episode, we do have our transfer special at the moment with Real Betis. Obviously, I might not be there for much longer because obviously we had a brilliant season, finishing fifth. Might be in the Champions League, that still hasn't been confirmed just yet, but at the bare minimum, it will be Europa League football. That's if we're still here at Real Betis, because if I take a look at my profile, I'm a very handsome guy. I'm not. I feel like my skin tone's. I feel like it's probably. I must have been. I'm in Spain. I must have had a pretty good tan. I am 39 years old. Yikes, I'm nearly 40. That makes me feel old. But I am a wanted guy. I'm wanted by Liverpool. Chance to go back to England, and probably a Liverpool. They probably give you decent transfer budgets, because obviously our transfer budget isn't great. 14 million, 375k wage budget. That's doable. That's work. I can work with that. But the transfer budget hasn't really gone up since I've arrived there. But let's go with normal transfer end of season stuff. Let's take a look at the end of season review. Well, what's this? Are you prepared to address the speculation linked with the vacant Liverpool? Yeah, I mean, they're a good team. I wouldn't necessarily. They wouldn't be my first choice, but I'm not going to comment. Respectively, I'm not going to comment on that. I'd love to go there, but they have to obviously offer me a job interview first. Obviously, Europa League didn't really go to plan this year, get knocked out in the round of 16. Obviously, the board wanted us to reach the semi-final. That didn't happen. But the first division obviously went very, very well. Obviously, we did sign a lot of players. That's one thing I have noticed. We signed a lot of players, but we don't really make a big, decent profit. So we are very much running at a loss, which is it's not ideal, but I'm sure we can work on that this season if I'm still here. Like I said, might be end up at Liverpool by the end of the episode, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, let's take a look at what they want us to do next season. So they want us to work within the wage budget. That's doable. Play entertaining football. That's completely fine. Increase commercial revenue. That's completely fine. The minimum 4-year contracts for first team players. That is all very, very good. Then the next 5 years, they want us to win a domestic cup. Technically, already done that. Become recognised as best of the rest. So I don't know what that means. What does that actually mean? Make sure the team becomes recognised as the best of the rest outside the first division's top 5 within the stated time. That's completely fine. In my opinion, I think we've already achieved that. So qualify for the Champions League. Well, wow. Wow. Within the next 5 years, they want us to challenge for the first division title. Obviously, we've got 3 years left of the save, but if we do end up staying at Real Betis, we need to sign some top quality players. I don't think we've got the money to do that, which is very, very unfortunate. I think I'm going to take a risk. How much money more? An additional 5 for saying we'll qualify for the Champions League through the league. I think we can do that. And I'm hoping, it says we're in the Europa League. That's a bit harsh. We'll get say semi-finals. We're going to take a big risk. Obviously, it might not still be here, but we'll see what happens. But we have said we will qualify for the Champions League next season. That might be that is definitely a big risk. That might come back to bite us in the bum if we start off really bad. So we'll talk to the team about the first division chances. Obviously, I think we'll just say we'll qualify for the Champions League, because I think we can do that. We've done that for the past 3 or 4 seasons, so that'd be ideal. So I'm not going to talk to them about anything else. It does say, like, I did have the option to talk to the team about the Europa League chances, so I don't think we're in the Champions League this year, which does seem a little bit strange, because last time we finished 5th, that was good enough for the Champions League. So I'm hoping it might come back. Like, say we've been bumped up into the Champions League. Fingers crossed that does happen. It's still fairly early on in the pre-season. Let's go to England, because then if I do end up at Liverpool, we can have a pre-season friendly against Liverpool or against Real Betis, depending on where I am come the end of the episode. But yeah, I am keeping quiet on Liverpool speculation because I am very much set on Real Betis. So that is definitely my at the moment. I'm fully committed to Real Betis, but obviously, should Liverpool come and offer me a deal, a very good deal, not that it matters how much money, because if Liverpool offer 100 million in transfer kitty, I'm going. I am absolutely going. So in terms of the transfers, don't really know what I'm doing yet, depending on what happens with this Liverpool job offer. So we'll see what happens. I think the very least we'll probably just come back first of opening day of the transfer window. We might be joined by a few new players, or we might be having an interview at Liverpool. It is the opening day of the transfer window. That does mean I haven't had an interview for Liverpool, and you know what? And I never actually had one, and I don't think I am gonna have one because they've already announced a new manager, and their new manager is Jared Bowen. I can't believe it. I can't believe they've hired Jared Bowen over me. Absolute pair bunch of wallies, but they're a decent bunch of wallies because I didn't really want to leave Real Betis. I guess the sad news is we didn't qualify for the Champions League. We are still in the Europa League for next season. So in case you did want to see, yeah, Jared Bowen, Liverpool manager. I mean, in all fairness, he's got a decent CV on him. He was West Ham manager, Lyon manager, Newcastle manager, Liverpool. I don't know if Newcastle. I don't know if I'm wanted by any other clubs. I'm not. I thought I'd be wanted by Newcastle, but I think that would have been an interesting club to go to. But the rumour train has started. Sergio has been rumoured with a move to San Sebastian. That's not going to happen. I'm not selling him to another Spanish club, and he does have a minimum fee release clause. We have turned down one offer for Dionysio. That was like 40 million for him from Arsenal, which I did reject, and he hasn't got grumpy on yet. I'm still trying to keep hold of the key players. Sergio being one of them, Dini, the other, Barbero, Lacroix, all those players I want to try and keep hold of. I just want to see, are we rumoured with anyone? I doubt we'll be rumoured with anyone decent. We are be rumoured with a couple players. Hugo Power, who is a striker. We do need a new striker, albeit not really 34 million. I just want a decent backup to provide some competition with Dionisio or someone who can play potentially week in, week out should he go. Then Jose Roberto, a left back. We do need a new left back because Bruno Leno was out of contract. We did decide to release him. He's gone to a French club on a free transfer. Some players have been rumoured with a move out. Bernal, one of them being rumoured with a move to Falkirk. I'm all for that deal because I think he definitely goes. Dionisio has been rumoured with a move to Dortmund. I don't think that's going to happen. He's got a release clause of 75 million, so if clubs are willing to pay that, they can pay it, and we won't have a leg to stand on. Kima Andres is retiring, just not yet. The 21st of July is when he retires, which is slightly rubbish because he's on 160k a week. So I wouldn't mind trying to get him gone now, but yeah. So I don't know if his wages are included in that. So I'm hoping it's not. That's a lot of wages. 700k. Still got 31 million. We do have a player coming in tomorrow. It's sort of a pre-arranged transfer, just sort of to replace Enrico Bernal, who hasn't gone yet. But this guy is Shrensly de Klerk. He is a Danish or Dutch left back, not Danish, Dutch left, not a left back, a left winger. He's currently into the under 19s, but he's got 2 stars of capability, 5 stars of potential. Decent first division player. I mean, he needs to get called up. If he's first division, he needs to be in the first team. He's got 2 stars of capability, but he could improve a lot. He comes in. Where's he coming from? He's coming from Ajax for 24 million. It was pre-arranged from the leftover money from last season, so I think he'll be a decent player. I don't think he's a wonder kid, not yet, but if he plays enough games, he will be. I thought he had an injury, but he's just unavailable for the under-19s. He is like a decent player, but oh good god, we've got offers for the Dionisio. I think I'm probably just going to reject them because that is just, I mean, that's not really any enough money. I want his release clause. I'm rejecting all offers until the release clause comes in. I mean, that's a decent offer. Yeah, I'm still rejecting it. It's still not good enough, and I think he probably is going to come back with an absolute grumpy on. I think. I'm hoping not, but I presume he is still on holiday. But we have sold a couple players. A few fringes. Miguel Angel, who was on loan at AFC AVS Sad last season, joined there on a permanent transfer and a decent loan spell, and they paid 650k for him. I mean, look at his value now, but that was a optional future fee. Yassine Leroy has joined Toulouse for £2 million, I think it was. I mean, we did make a bit of a loss on him, but he never really played for us, so I'm not too bothered by that. Then Bruno Leno did join FC Lorient just for a free transfer because he was out of contract and we weren't going to give him a new one. And apart from Declare, that's the only player we've signed. We haven't really looked at any other transfer business because I wasn't sure if I was staying or going. And at the moment, I think I am staying. And judging by the squad, I don't think we need to do a lot of work with it. There's a few players I wouldn't mind trying to get rid of. Hamagami is going on the 2nd of July, so he's joining. He's shooting Kawasaki for I think £20 million, so it's not too bad. So that will be added onto the transfer budget, or it might be added on now. I don't think there's anyone else potentially going apart from Kima Andres retiring. There might be a few other players I wouldn't mind trying to get rid of, considering if we can get 30 million for now, I think that might set us up for the transfer window. I mean, I'm fairly sure we can do a bit of business for 30 million, but we need at least 100 million to spend, which I don't know where we're gonna get that from. And I think there might be a few defenders that could potentially be moved on. I think I think Hamagami is probably the only notable one that will move on. I don't really have plans to sell anyone else. Possibly Fernandez and getting another decent right back. So I don't know what we'll do. But I think we'll definitely play through to Europa League fixture release day. Obviously, we're not going to jump straight to that. I'm not a monster, but we will probably give it about 3 weeks and see how much business I've done. If I haven't signed anyone by then, I'm in big trouble for this season. Well, the transfer window has been open for 3 weeks, and I've got to admit it's been absolutely awful. Dionisio has unfortunately left us. So nothing I can do about it. It was a release clause, £76 million. Allow me to show you who he's gone to. So Dionisio has joined Barcelona. And he still hasn't made an appearance for Spain, which is absolutely beyond a joke. Watch him make a few appearances this season for Spain now that he's playing for a proper Spanish team. Not I'm saying Real Betis aren't a proper Spanish team, but a decent Spanish team. But it's broke my heart. Look at his value, and they've signed it. I mean, to be fair, we signed him for 2.6 million. We've sold him for 76. I wish we didn't have to sell him, but he was absolutely incredible for us. Absolutely superb. If we didn't send him out on loan to Girona, would he have had the same goal scoring output? Probably not. But yeah, that's a little bit disappointing. We haven't replaced him just yet. We have sold a few other players. Pablo, our third choice goalkeeper, has joined West Brom on loan for the whole of the season, as a loan spell at Girona last year, where he made 34 appearances, 6 clean sheets. So not too bad. So hopefully a season in the Championship will do him the world of good. Then we've also sold Josu Fernandez. He's joined Leganes for £5 million. We made a slight loss on him, but he didn't play. I know he played like 52 games, but he didn't start many, so we might as well sell him. Still haven't replaced him yet. I don't think we sold anyone on the back end of last season, apart from Hamagami, who joined Kawasaki for, it was 15 million, not 20 million, so made a decent profit on him. Then the only signing we have made is Chris El Falali. He's a Dutch central midfielder, channel midfielder more importantly. 3 stars of current ability. Leading first division players aren't really going to improve much, but he's definitely a much better player than Hamagami. He comes in from PSG for £21 million fee. They paid £45 million for him, so he must be a pretty decent player. We do have a few other players that could potentially be on their way in. We have made an offer for this guy, Alfredo Garcia, who is a striker, channel forward. So we do need a couple strikers. So this is the squad at the moment. We have been playing Hispalis as a striker in the friendlies. He can play as a striker. I'm not saying that role is in his future, but you never know. It could be at the moment, but we'll see how he does in pre-season. But at the moment, it's not looking too bad for him. But in terms of positions that we need, goalkeepers with 5, we've still got Sissoko and Fran, who is wanted by Chelsea, funnily enough. But we have promised him he can go should a bid of 22 million comes in, and that's a flat 22, not installments, but just 22 flat million. So if that comes in, we'll need to go goalkeeper hunting, which I don't really want to do. The right backs, obviously, we've just got Boateng at the moment, so we will get in another right back. Then centre backs, we've got Guga, Derva, Sergio, and Glenn Payne. So centre backs pretty much sorted. I don't think we're going to sign anyone else. I'm very much hoping Sergio doesn't leave us. He's injured at the moment. He's only out for 2 weeks, so he'll be back for the start of the season. And left backs, we've just got Kim Volmer. Obviously, Bruno Leno's departure has left the spot open for a left back, so we'll definitely need to get 2 full backs, 1 for each side. Then we've only got William as the only defensive midfielder, so we will keep an eye out for another one. Probably someone who can play week in, week out, because I don't think William is quite ready for that sort of football just yet. Then obviously, central midfielders, we've got Sydney and Chris Alfanani as the 2 backups, and the first choice midfield partnership will obviously be Dave Lacroix and Hernandez again. Hernandez is wanted by Marseille. Haven't had any bids for him yet, so which is, I'll take that as a positive. And obviously, right wingers, we've got Sergio. Smearis at the moment, obviously, could also play as a striker, but he's preferably also our right winger, who we are giving him a new contract. I don't know how long his new contract is, but we've definitely given him a pay rise, so he's not going anywhere else. So left wingers, we've obviously got new boy Declare. Bernal is still at the club. I would very much like to get him gone, if not potentially another loan. Then obviously we've got Alberto Barbero, who has signed another contract, 71k. I think he has signed a new contract. He has signed a new contract, so he's definitely not going anywhere. Minimum fee release clause of 148 million. So that's the left and right wing all sorted for this season. Bernal, can you just please get lost? Because you're not really going to be playing much games this season, so we will try and get him gone, whether that be a loan or permanent. I don't know. I just want him out of the club because he's not going to play too many games, especially with Barbero playing week in, week out, and obviously Declare as a very useful backup who is wanted on loan. So I guess if Declare goes out on loan, Bernal stays. If Declare stays, Bernal, we'll figure out the left winger situation. So just to recap, what positions we need is a right back, left back, and 2 strikers, of which one of them potentially coming in very soon. So it's not as obviously defensive midfielder. We only need 4 positions. And how much money we have left to spend? 87 million, and that striker will cost us potentially 29. So 58 million in total. Plenty of wage budget to go around. I don't know if there's any decent freebies. I highly doubt it on the 22nd of July, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So I'm hoping by the time we get round to the first games of the season, we should have hopefully hopefully got together a decent starting 11 along with a few decent backups, fit enough for winning everything, just everything. Europa League, Spanish League, Copa del Rey, absolutely everything. We're gonna win the whole lot. Well, we have made it to the start of the brand new season, and I have got in most of the players that I wanted to get in. For the players that didn't come in, I just ran out of time, or I did run out of time, but I haven't run out full time. But still got quite a bit to go until end of transfer deadline day. We've got probably 2 weeks left to go of the transfer window. Still don't know when the fixtures are going to be released. I reckon it'll probably be after the Espanyol game. But let's see what players I have signed since you last saw me. So that's obviously last clip you saw me sign Chris Alfalali. Since then we have signed 3 players. I'd say two decent players and one not so decent player. 2 first choice, 1 backup. That's what I'm going to call it then. First up, we've got Alfredo Garcia. He's a Venezuelan striker. 2.5 stars of current ability, 4.5 stars of potential. Good first division player. Could potentially be very, very good, I reckon. Hopefully he does. He comes in from Valladolid for £29 million. I don't know if he's going to be as good as Dionisio, but I'm hoping he can be. I'm hoping he can be up there with him and score over 20 goals a season. Then next up, we've got Shefran Chaoud. He's a Moroccan right back, 2.5 stars of current ability, 3 stars of potential. Good first division player, could potentially be a leading first division player. He comes in from Real Madrid for 62 million. I know it's on the pricey side for someone who's played 13 games for Real Madrid. But he has been pretty much a first team regular for Vallecano when he was playing there. So I don't mind paying that because his value is 50-66. If he does play regularly, if Boateng gets injured, his value might creep up a little bit, but by and large, he's just literally gonna be a backup. Then next up, we've got Yukihata. He's a Japanese defensive midfielder, 2.5 stars of capability, 4.5 stars of potential. Good first division player, could improve a lot. He comes in from G Osaka for £4 million, and as at current time of when I was buying him, he was wanted by a lot of big clubs. I think PSG, Man City were interested in him. He is not a wonder kid just yet, but I think he'll have a very bright future ahead of him, and hopefully he's going to be our Champions League winning defensive midfielder. That's what I'm hoping for. But we're still short on a few positions, mainly striker and left back. But apart from that, the squad is pretty much set. So hopefully we get off to a good start in the league. Then we'll come back for Europa League fixture release day and any other signings I will have hopefully got in. Otherwise, this season might be a little bit tricky if we don't have another striker or left back. So let's see who we get in the Europa League. Well, before I do reveal the Europa League fixtures for this season, we have made one more signing. Unfortunately, we couldn't get in the left back. Not yet anyway, but hopefully he'll be in the next episode. But hopefully we'll have a left back. Don't know who, but there will be one in the next episode. But we have signed another striker, and that is Sergio. Yes, another one, but I don't care because he's brilliant. He's a striker, Spanish striker, 3.5 stars of capability, 4 stars of potential, leading first division player. He comes in from Genoa. I don't know her, but he comes in from Genoa for £24 million. I mean, look at his value. 24 million, and now look at his value. That is just an absolute bargain if ever I've seen one. So his minimum free release cost is 86. So if he's good, I think we'll make a lot of money up for him, similar to Dionisio, which I don't know how he's getting on at Barcelona. I hope he's doing really rubbish. Actually, I hope he's doing really well at Barcelona, but he looks like a very good player. Obviously, we've still got lots of money, but obviously we've still got potentially one left back coming in. We have made a couple bids, a loan who probably won't bother coming in. Then we've also made an offer for this guy, Casper Christopherson. Hopefully he comes in to be just a decent backup left back. His scout report doesn't look too bad. They're just trying to take him in. So if he's bad, and we like sell him in the summer or something. But this is the Europa League fixtures for this year's league phase. The first half looks pretty tricky. The second half, we'll get to that. Looks like a piece of cake. So the first two games are against two Dutch teams, PSV and Ajax. We actually played against PSV in a friendly, I think, this season. Did we play them again? Yeah, we lost against them in a friendly, which slightly problematic, but we'll beat them in the Europa League. Then our second game is against Ajax. Third game against Hibernia. Then we play Italian side Bologna. Then we face this is the second half of the league phase. It starts off hard, then it gets easier. Then we face Austrian side Austria Vienna, Swiss side De Lausanne, French side Havre AC. Then we round off our league phase. Hopefully we'll be inside the top 8 by then. So we face off against Slovakian side Slovan Bratislava. So I'd say that's fairly decent. I reckon there's 5 winnable games, 4 of them in those 4, and probably Hibernian. They're not a great. I don't think they're a great side. I reckon they're all winnable, judging by the squad we have, and judging by the start of the season we've had. I think it will be good. We did win our first game of the season 3-0 with an own goal. Alfredo Garcia getting a goal, and Manis Smiris. Then unfortunately we drew 1-1 against Spaniel. Alfredo Garcia with a goal, and unfortunately got injured that game. So that's slightly unlucky, but we've got Sergio in now. So hopefully the next 3 games should be relatively simple wins. I don't think I'm going to worry about the league too much this first half of the season. Obviously, as to when we get to the second half of the season, we might show a little bit more league action, depending on what happens in the Europa League. Because I think in the league, I think we'll be fine as long as we have a good first half of the season, and not like last year where we completely blow it in the months of September and October, then beyond that absolutely world class. I hope that doesn't happen. I kind of hope we remain the whole of the season unbeaten. Again, that's a long shot, but I will see you all in tomorrow's episode where we'll be beginning life in the Europa League once again with our first games coming up against PSV and Ajax. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.